this summer, like you mentioned, you got to compete against some great competition, some D1 athletes with the Michigan Monarchs. And I know that that was a little surprising to you, but like how excited were you when you finally got the news and just had that opportunity to compete against some of the best kids in the country?
So when I first got the news, I was ecstatic. When I first got into college, I wanted to play in a legit summer league. I always wanted to have it happen. And then when my coach sent me a text, he asked me if I wanted to play for the Monarchs, and I was like, yeah, of course. It was straight excitement. And from there, everything just kind of went smooth. My season was amazing. I finished with 24. I was 3-1 with 2 saves and a 1.9 ERA. It was it was different for me. That really helped me, and it's going to help me push my way into the fall and the spring next year because I know that I'm going to be dominant.
Yeah, it also helps you grow your confidence as well. We've talked a lot about confidence this podcast and like trying to get back to where you were and just kind of continuing to grow that. Like pitching's a lot of mental part of it is about having that confidence, being mentally ready. Obviously, some games you won't be on every single day, but it's when you're not on, it's about grinding, about finding your way through. I'm sure you've probably experienced plenty of those where maybe the pitches weren't exactly going where you want to, or maybe it just wasn't as great of a game, but you've grinded through it. But then you also have the games where everything's on, where it's probably like you're feeling where you're unhittable as well. Especially with that knuckleball. I feel like if that knuckleball is working the way it should, I feel like you probably again, getting back to the beginning, probably get some swing and misses that are pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, so definitely that was how my summer went. Like my first game of the year, I got player of the game. I got to do a post game interview, all that stuff. Second game went well, and then when we went to the third game, that was my first rough outing, and I tried to let it get to me, but my pitching coach stopped me. He told me you can't do that. You got to jump right back into it. Don't let this game get to you. And that's what I did. I think I had 9 appearances, and 7 of those were all scoreless. Only 2 of those games were my games where I let stuff get to me, and my mental just didn't pull over like it was supposed to.
And that's huge having a pitching coach that just kind of like sat you down and like talked to you and just saying like, hey, like don't let it get to you. Because if you don't have that coach, if you don't have that player, that teammate that does that, there's a real possibility it can get to you and then affect your next star and the next star after that and the next star after that. And you've kind of gone through that, but having a guy there that is there to help you kind of get through that mental part of it, I think is going to be really key and also a real reason why you succeeded as well as you did throughout summer. And I'm sure that's probably, again, like you talked about, something that you're really looking forward to in the fall, having him and kind of having him just continue to be there and having you like push you throughout like that mental and physical times that you're not performing as well.
Yeah, I feel like when you have a coach like that, it benefits everybody because a lot of these times, even in college, we make one mistake and it's just over for us. We're in our heads. We go up the next at bat, we strike out. We go back out on the mound, we walk people. When you don't have to worry about that and you clear it out of your head and you get right back to it the next play, and you have a coach that's there that's telling you to do that, it's going to benefit the team because we're not going to be as worried about the smaller stuff and we know we could still win a baseball game.
Yeah, because you said like you make one mistake pitch, you give let's say you give up a home run, like what's mentally going on in your head, and then you also have maybe the pitching coach come out to you and like you're thinking like what's going on? Like when he comes out to you, like what does he typically say? Are you one of those pitchers that like it's more of like just a regular like conversation, like a catcher comes out? Is it more of like a regular conversation? Are you wanting them to be pretty funny? Are you wanting them to be like focused on baseball? Like what kind of pitcher, like when either the catcher or the pitching coach comes out to you, like what do they want? What do you want them to be saying to you? Like do you want to be baseball focused or is it just like a regular like conversation just to kind of get your mind back on track?
I would definitely say just like a regular conversation, something funny, because a lot of the times that's what like my catchers will do is they'll come out and they'll just make fun of me or something, make me laugh, and then everything's just clear from that point on. I'm not thinking about it. I'm too busy laughing.
Yeah, and then you also get laughs during the game when people swing and miss at your knuckleball as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever like when you get like that pretty bad swing and miss, do you ever just like actually laugh on the mound, or do you kind of have to control a little bit and keep your composure? Like, I feel like that's probably pretty hard not to laugh. You might like smirk or smile, but it has to be one of the greatest feelings when you finally go through that.
Um, a couple times this summer, I did just laugh at him, or I would look at my catcher and I'd be like, "That was nasty," and like it would just come out because I'd watch the movement off of the pitch. It wouldn't just be just to say it. It would just be because the pitch was so nasty, and I didn't know like that would move like that.
That has to be the greatest feeling as a pitcher, right?
Yeah, definitely. Watching somebody swing and sword on a pitch that nobody else throws, that's a really, really great feeling.
Like striking out, obviously getting shut out, stuff like that's probably still up there. But like when it's just a complete swing and miss, or like when they like go down to like a knee after swinging and missing, I think that happened at least once when you were with the Michigan Monarchs. That's still, in my opinion, really funny. Obviously, it's one of those things where if you're the hitter, you probably never want to repeat it again or never want to think about it again. But for you, if you have video of it, you're probably going to be like watching that. Maybe not every single day, but watching it every once in a while, saying like, "Hey, like that was me that did it," and you probably want to show everyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have watched that video a lot since that game. I threw that kid a knuckleball on a 1-2 count, and he went down to one knee and almost spun all the way around. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely, which is awesome to see. You don't see it a ton of often, but I'm sure it's probably something that, like you said, you love to see.